Well, Donald Trump's administration has revoked Harvard University's ability to enroll foreign nationals, putting the future of thousands of students at risk, with China on Friday slamming the politicization of educational exchanges. The U.S. administration's decision on Thursday threatened the prestigious university with a huge financial blow. Trump is furious at Harvard, which has produced 162 Nobel Prize winners, for rejecting his demand that it submit to oversight on admissions and hiring over his claims that it is a hotbed of anti-Semitism and woke liberal ideology. The loss of foreign nationals, more than a quarter of its student body, could prove costly to Harvard, which charges tens of thousands of dollars a year in tuition.
Of dollars has been paid to Harvard. How ridiculous is that? Billions. And they have $52 billion as an endowment. They have $52 billion. And this country is paying billions and billions of dollars and then gives student loans and they have to pay back the loans. So Harvard's going to have to change its ways. And so are some others. We're actually going to be doing something in the near future that's going to make it possible for people to come into this country and come in and, have a road toward citizenship. And I think it'll be very exciting, but it's too soon to speak.
就是比如说我申请的这个俄亥俄州立，它就是因为这个
I applied to Ohio State University and it has reduced the number of spots for international students due to in-state pressures, so I feel like it will still affect my chances of getting admitted. We are worried about it, but my friends and I feel like we don't seem to have any particularly good solutions to this issue, other than being pessimistic. The more optimistic friends of mine will see the midterm elections as a chance for change. As international students, we hope to have a relatively open and accommodating academic and political environment in the United States.
The U.S. president is someone who creates problems where there were none, so I think this policy, like the tariffs, may ultimately be difficult to carry out.
Let's now have Angela Fobbs join us from Germany to discuss the South African refugees in the U.S. and the Latin America's, issues with equal rights, as well as the Harvard, issues with the Trump administration. Good to have you this evening, Forbes. What is your understanding of the Trump, what Trump is doing with regards, the white South Africans moving as refugees to the U.S., while some of the refugees are left, with questions?
Well, Trump's move with refugees, in particular the ones from South Africa, the white South Africans, are just another sign of his continuing escalating racism in America. There are thousands of refugees that are waiting, but he has suspended any programs to let them in. People from Afghanistan who helped us in the war, who actually are in danger for their lives, people in other places who are endangered, and he's decided to roll out the red carpet for these Afrikaners in South Africa. I don't think that if these people were genuinely being harassed or harmed, they should be able to come to the United States. America should be a sanctuary for people who are in trouble, for people who are in need. That's our role. That's been our role for the past 240 years or more, and it should continue to be there. I don't want to say that these people shouldn't come to our country, but I don't think that they should receive precedence over the other thousands of people who've been waiting for years to come to the United States.
So you think this basically is a separatist idea?
Yes, 100%. Trump's policies are on refugee resettlement. It's no longer just a dog whistle for racism. It is like a siren that's saying we only want to have white people in our country. But unfortunately, Donald Trump is misguided about the United States and its history, and that the United States has never been a white country.
Other refugees saying after this new development? I'm very aware that you are in touch with, some of these refugees and some, Americans. I wonder what their thoughts are, with regards to this development.
Well, I'm going to say that for the most part, Americans, including some of the people that have taken on the task to resettle people, the Episcopal Church, who has it's a part of the global Anglican Church, has decided that they no longer want to help resettle people. And I think that's really because they feel like that the Afrikaners are being put in front of other people, and they feel that it's unfair. I think it is okay if these people want to come to the United States, but I don't think that it should exclusively be people from South Africa. We
So,
have a large country with a diverse population, and everyone should be welcome.
so the Trump administration has said it is only helping the whites feel better since they are being maltreated. But would you blame Trump when the white South Africans themselves are saying, look, we're being treated poorly in our country?
Well, in that meeting that Trump had with the South African president, there was one of the South African president's advisors that was there, an older white gentleman. I can't remember what his name was, but he actually said that white South Africans weren't being abused, and that yes, there is a problem in South Africa with crime or murder, but it's not directed at white people. So this whole idea of white genocide is just something that's been floating around white wing circles, and South Africa has a problem, but it's not just a white problem. And so if people want to come to the United States, that's fine. I highly doubt that they're going to stay for long because the United States isn't this paradise that Trump makes it out to be.
Briefly, have your opinion about the Trump administration on barring foreign students. What is your reaction as a Republican? As a matter of fact, what are Republicans saying?
Uh, this is a travesty. The United States has some of the most prestigious universities in the world, and people come to America to pursue their education and fulfill their dreams. I think that what Trump is doing is just one more step towards authoritarianism and one more step to isolate America from the rest of the world. Uh, thank goodness that there was a temporary order stopping this, and we'll see how it goes with the hearing that's happening this week. And I hope that people will still be allowed to come to the United States for university. It's very important that we have this exchange of ideas and cultures, and that, as I said, we have some of the most prestigious universities in the world. Why wouldn't we want everyone who can to be educated from them, especially Harvard?
So, yes, very prestigious university, but how impactful is this decision if the Trump administration is successful with, whatever is in court?
I think it could have a devastating impact on the United States and its educational system. And as for Harvard, it's almost a third of the students come from outside the US, and other universities also have a large body of people coming from outside the US. I think if he is successful with this, it will change how our education system for many years to come, and that Americans will be denied the opportunity to exchange information with people in other countries. And it could, for some universities, it could crush them because international students, I mean, not to be so basic about this, but international students pay a lot more money for university fees than people that are in the country.
All right. Thank you so much, Angela Fobbs, for joining us. She's Director of Strategic Initiatives, Democrats Abroad.